For today's practice, you'll want to grab 2 yoga blocks or something similar from around your house. Place them to the side of your mat. Come to the front of your mat into standing mountain pose with your hands at your heart in prayer. Breathe here. Stand tall. Relax the outer body and let go of any stress. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Take a couple more breaths and relax. Now come into Yoga Mudra by interlacing your hands behind your back. Draw the shoulders back and lift the hands up as high as you can as you fold over the legs. Release the hands down towards the ground and inhale, come halfway up to your monkey pose. Step back with your left foot, bringing your left knee down and uncurl the back toes. Reach the arms up overhead for a low lunge. Bring both hands down to the mat and step back to your modified plank on the knees, shoulders above the wrists. Lower down to the belly, and then inhale, bring the chest forward and up, draw the shoulders back into cobra. Exhale, come back to the hands and knees. Bring the left foot in front into a low lunge, and bring your arms up overhead. Slowly lower the hands back down on either side of the left foot, and then step forward with the right foot into your monkey pose. Fold forward to where it feels good for you. Feel free to bend the knees. Bend the knees deeply and then inhale, stand up, hands to the heart. Interlace the fingers behind the back again into Yoga Mudra. Fold forward, let the head hang loose. Release the hands down towards the ground. Inhale, lengthen the spine monkey. Exhale, step back with your right foot, right knee down, uncurl the toes. Keep the left knee bent, and inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, bring the hands down to the mat, and step back with your left foot into modified plank. Lower down to the belly, and then come into cobra by really lifting the chest and drawing the shoulders back. Good. Slowly come back to your tabletop, and then bring your right foot forward into a low lunge. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, bring both hands down on either side of the right foot. Curl the back toes under, lift the back knee and step forward into monkey pose. Lengthen the spine. Fold forward over the legs. Bend the knees and then come up to stand, hands to your heart in prayer. Good. Breathe here. Interlace your fingers your non-dominant way behind your back and slowly fold forward. Again, bend the knees as needed. And then grab your blocks and place one hand on each block underneath the shoulders. With a long spine, lift your left leg up. Tuck the chin slightly to lengthen the neck. And really ground down into your standing foot. Breathe here, balance. Feel free to bend the standing knee as needed or lift the blocks up to the higher setting. Make sure you're not feeling any pain. Take one more breath. Slowly bend the front knee and step back with the left leg. Reach your arms up and circle around into Veerabhadrasana or Warrior 2. The front foot should be pointing straight forward and the back foot can be parallel to the back of the mat. Keep your chest open towards the long edge of the mat and breathe here. Make sure the front knee is not going past the ankle. Draw the very lower belly slightly in and up, directing the flow of breath up and keeping the spine long. Now come into side angle stretch by bringing your right forearm to your right leg and reaching your left arm up and overhead. Try to be in a straight line from the outside edge of the left foot all the way up to the left fingertips. Again, make sure to keep the right knee directly on top of the right ankle. Breathe here. Relax the face. And enjoy the pose. To come into half splits, turn your hips to face down, bring your back knee down, and then bring your hips back over the back knee, straightening your leg to where you can. Reach the chest forward towards the front right toes as you keep your hips above the back knee. Breathe here and only fold as far as it feels good and only as far as you can go, keeping your spine long. Notice how you feel in this pose and notice where you feel sensation. Good. Take a couple more breaths here. Slowly lift your torso and bring your right knee back to meet the left. Move your blocks off to the side. Come into a modified plank and then lower down to the belly, making sure the chest lands first. Push into the knuckles as you draw the chest forward and up, only lifting as high as it feels good for you. Then come back to your tabletop. Lift your left leg up so it's parallel to the ground, and then bring the left foot to the outside of the left wrist. Curl the back toes under and lift the back knee, twisting in this lunge. Twist open towards your bent knee, really drawing the top shoulder back, opening the chest. The left toes could be pointing out, but make sure that the left knee points in the same direction as the toes. Good. Breathe here. Push through the back heel. Push the front knee forward. Make sure to not let the front knee go past the ankle. Bring the hands down to the ground and step forward with your back foot. Heel to the feet together, bend the knees, and come into your chair pose, making sure to keep the feet parallel. Send the hips back as you bend the knees, but make sure the knees don't go past the toes. Breathe here. Feel the legs strengthening. Good. Draw the lower belly gently in and up as you lengthen the spine. From here, cross the left elbow over the right, and then bring the palms together to touch, or the backs of the hands if that feels better. Reach the elbows forward and keep the palms directly on top of the elbows. Notice where you feel the stretch and how it feels across the shoulders and the back. Breathe here and relax. Let go of tension. Rise up to stand and bring your palms together. Prayer. Interlace your hands behind your back in your non-dominant way once more. Roll the shoulders back and then slowly start to fold over the legs, bending the knees as necessary. Reach the arms overhead and then let the hands come down towards the ground. Grab your blocks and place them under the shoulders. Lengthen the spine into a monkey pose, tucking the chin slightly to lengthen the neck. Breathe here Again, keep the knees bent if needed. Relax the face and notice where you're feeling a stretch or sensation. Take a couple more deep breaths. Good job. From here, we'll come into our balancing pose. Lift up the right leg as high as you can comfortably, as well as keeping the spine long. Breathe here. Draw the chest forward as you reach the right foot back. Squeeze the quad of the left leg so you don't hyperextend. Relax the face and the jaw. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Come into Warrior Two by bringing your right foot down towards the end of the mat and bend into your left knee. Have the left heel in line with the arch of the back foot for Warrior Two. Gaze out through your left middle finger. Make sure that the left knee stays right on top of the ankle, not moving past the ankle. Breathe here, reaching the entire torso up away from the pelvis to lengthen the spine. Move into side angle pose by bringing the left forearm to the left leg and the right arm overhead. Try to be in a straight line from the right foot all the way up to the right fingertips. Try not to dump into the bottom shoulder by pushing into the left elbow. Create space in between the left shoulder and the left side of the head. Top palm faces down. Breathe here into the right side body. Feel the stretch. From here, bring your hands down to the ground and square your hips towards the floor. Bring your right knee down and then bring your hips over the back knee, straightening the front leg to where you can comfortably. Feel free to keep a slight bend in the front knee so you don't feel too much of a stretch in the left hamstring. Draw your chest towards your big toe and breathe here. Remembering never to go to where you feel pain, just sensation. Good. Take a couple more breaths here. Slowly rise up and bring your left knee back to meet the right into table. Move the blocks off of your mat. Slowly lower down to the belly by drawing your chest forward and up. Slowly come back to your modified plank and breathe here. From here, bring your right foot forward to the outside of the right hand. Lift the back knee with the back toes curled under into a twisting lunge position. Breathe here, making sure the right knee points in the same direction as the right toes, keeping your back leg long and straight as much as is comfortable. Continue pushing the left heel back and the right knee forward, making sure the knee doesn't go past the ankle. Twist the heart open to the right. Breathe here. Bring your hands to the mat and slowly walk both feet forward towards the hands. Bend the knees and come into a chair, really bringing the hips back. Reach the arms up towards the sky. Breathe here, feeling the legs strengthen, the glutes, the hamstrings, the quads. And draw the lower belly just very gently in and up, reaching the arms towards the sky. Take a couple more breaths. Ground down into all four corners of the feet. Now come into an eagle variation with the arms by crossing the right elbow over the left. Bring the forearms together and either the backs of the hands or the palms. Keep sitting in your chair as you reach the elbows forward and the fingers up, feeling a stretch across the back and the shoulders. Find a gazing point, focus, and breathe, noticing the sensations here. Good. Coming into a Yogi Squat, bend your knees as deeply as it feels comfortable and feel free to lift the heels to modify. Have the toes pointing out, the heels pointing in, and make sure that the knees are pointing in the same direction as the toes. Place the elbows to the inner knees, palms together into prayer. Lengthen the spine. Slowly lower the hips to the mat and bring the feet in front of you. Grab onto each big toe with the fingers and then extend the legs out straight as much as you can comfortably. Feel free to keep a slight bend in the knees, coming into your boat pose or Navasana. Make sure to stay seated directly on top of the sitting bones and lift the heart up towards the sky. Now lower the feet down to the mat by bending the knees and bring the soles of the feet together. Knees can point out to the sides. Bring your hands behind you and slowly lay down onto the mat for supine bound angle. Feel free to put a block under each knee if this is too much. Let your arms be by your sides, palms facing up. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Feel free to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, letting go of any tension that could be left. Thank yourself for coming to your mat today, for doing something so good for your body, your mind, and your spirit. Have a great day. Namaste.